In December 2022, Northrop Grumman officially demonstrated its new strategic bomber, the B-21 Raider. Compared with B-2, its cost dropped from $2.4 billion to $692 million. The B-21 stealth performance is excellent. This time, let me reveal the weaknesses under cool appearance of B-2 and B-21, which dragged me off straight A. Their peculiar fuselage shape is called flying wing, with no tail and wings and fuselage designed into one. They look cool and form well in stealth and fuel efficiency. Since flying wing is so good, why not broaden its use by reducing its size to make it a fighter? First of all, the flying wing has a core. It has a vast stability. Generally, aircraft flies along three main axes: yaw axis, pitch axis, and roll axis. In normal aircraft, the vertical stabilizer is responsible for yaw, and horizontal stabilizer for pitch, and the aileron for roll. With a horizontal stabilizer and vertical stabilizer, the flying wing cannot restore balance autonomously. For example, the B-2 needs to coordinate the 9 rudders behind the wing to achieve balance, which is a very complicated operation. Therefore, flight control plays a big role in maintaining stability in pitch and yaw directions. Let's take a look by comparing normal aircraft with the B-2. First comes yaw stability. This is a normal aircraft flying in a platform. Suddenly, a gust of wind from left blows it to right. The rapid airflow and the vertical stabilizer form an angle of attack. A horizontal rightward force is generated here, pulling aircraft back to its initial direction. That's the yaw stability of aircraft, which comes with a vertical stabilizer, while the flying wing doesn't have such a talent. Only a series of complex operations can make it. For example, the B-2 usually spreads split runners on both sides to make use of the projections of their sides as a vertical stabilizer. When stealth is priority, they would adjust the differential thrusting engines on both sides to change course. When yaw stability is more important during takeoff and landing, the B-2 would open the main landing gear doors to retrieve. Also, running into navigation problems such as downthrow and adverse yaw is more difficult to control flying wing aircraft. Following yaw stability, let's take a look at nautical pitch stability. It's mainly determined by aerodynamic center position and configuration. The point on which its aerodynamic force constantly acts is called aerodynamic center. The position of AC determines stability of aircraft. When AC is behind the center of gravity, the aircraft is stable, and vice versa. This is the same principle as a dart. When dart's center of gravity is in front and the feather that generates lift is behind, it'll glide along perfect parabola after being thrown. And if a tail is reached, it'll fly in the mass. Of course, no matter how stable an aircraft is, it can't land in darting way. Normal aircraft's horizontal stabilizer generates negative trim force in oncoming flow, which presses the tail and stabilizes the aircraft's dive. That's a static pitch stability of the aircraft. However, flying wing aircraft don't have a tail, which not only moves AC forward but also deprives the aircraft of autonomously. Once a flying wing aircraft encounters wind, it can only rely for rudders up and down to trim continuously and accurately, but this involves a lot of coordination with rudder deflection. If such a coordinated distribution of relay pilots operation is a big challenge for them, a flight control flying wing is too complicated. The smoothness of modern flying wing aircraft is credited to maturity of computers and fly-by-wire. To be more specific, it's all about C-output. The B-2 N30 published on Air and Space Forces magazine in 2019 said that B-2 has 1.9 million kilowatts and 24 sensors. That's no wonder flying wing can be well controlled. 2008 saw a crash due to misjudgment of flight control caused by improper maintenance of sensors at the range. A data error can destroy the B-2's sophisticated flight controls. Thus, it appears that although computers can manage complex flight control flying wing, they cannot eliminate risks. Limited by torque, a physical barrier, the flying wing cannot be straight A. Torque is the rotational equivalent of linear force. It's given by torque equals to momentum times force. This is a seesaw with the same momentum. When we apply F1 downward on the right side, the other end lifts H. If we chop up part of the seesaw on the right side and then fly F1 downward, the other end will rise less than H. With the same force, the shorter momentum, the smaller torque, and the more difficult it is to change the state of the seesaw. The same applies to airplanes. The rudder flying aircraft is closer to center of gravity than that of normal aircraft. To get the same pitch control effect as a normal aircraft, the flywing needs to be more together lift. In practice, it shows weak maneuverability. Despite the disadvantages of flying wing in terms of control and stability, it has absolute advantages that cannot be achieved by ordinary aircraft with improvements. This means that flywing is still a promising aerodynamic configuration as technology advances. So, what do you think about poor maneuverability of the flywing? If we overcome this problem, does it mean that resting wings also lost their roles? Maybe this is how to make a former aircraft. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoy it.